Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your comments at the end of the video. Guess who's trying to do some catching up and wanting people to get to be on its side? Do you remember a video I posted some time back about a content creator who was saying that people boycotting Starbucks and other brands for showing support to Israel wasn't going to affect those brands? Well, it did. And I remember saying that it will eventually in the long run. And here we are in this video. Different people talk about how Starbucks is now coming up with different tactics or strategies rather to get people on their side by making people believe that they are inclusive. Now they are putting up a print project specifically looking for someone that wears a hijab or head covering. Why would they be looking for such a person now? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Now, Starbucks' value is down billions of dollars. Its historic stock is experiencing a historic losing streak influenced by a confluence of factors. Check out this video. I will be right back.
It looks like Starbucks is trying to do some catching up and trying to get people back on their side, because you can see that they're putting out a print project specifically looking for somebody who's wearing a hijab or a head covering. Now, let's just think critically for a second. Why would they be looking for somebody specifically wearing a hijab or a head covering? Do we think that it might maybe have something to do with all of the boycotting against Starbucks? What I think is that they believe that they can put out a print ad being like, look how inclusive we are. Look how much we care about all people from all walks of life. Look at us. Look what we do. And they're going to try to win people back over. Also, you can see they are specifically looking for people with ethnic appearances. So when you see this ad, when you see this print or however it is, next time for Starbucks with a man or a woman with a head covering or hijab on, just remember that this came out shortly after they started getting boycotted, and now look where we are.
Now, just a few days ago, there were posts saying that Starbucks share price has seen a sharp decline mid-November, falling by about 9%, meaning a decline of some $11 billion in its market cap. Now, Starbucks has really seen negative headlines over how it's handling relations with workers and also it being caught up in Israel-Hamas war after a pro-Palestine tweet went from the union that prompted calls for a boycott. Different people shared their views on what it is trying to do at the moment. Check out these teachers. I will be right back.
Guys, Starbucks is looking for hijabis to hire. They're getting so desperate right now. It's actually hilarious. This guy here made a video about the job offer, but look at this, you guys. Read this. I want to hire ethnic people. And look at this, looking for anyone who wears a hijab or head covering. Anyone? I bet if a random person who isn't even Muslim put on the hijab, I'm sure they would hire them. I know they're getting that desperate, guys. Remember when hijabis couldn't even get a job at Starbucks because we were too ethnic for them? Yeah, now they're looking for ethnic people who wear hijab. One thing for sure, I better see no hijabi taking this opportunity and signing up. I'm watching, y'all. Also, like, we're budding right now, so why would anyone do that? I just find their propaganda so hilarious. Like, there's no way they're this desperate. They're such bags. Oh my God, they're begging us right now. I remember one time this Muslim girl reported Starbucks because an employee there wrote an Islamophobic word on her cup. Now they're begging us to work there? They want us to work there now? Absolutely not. Stay strong in the boycott, you guys. This is absolutely hilarious.
So the creator behind me has come out to expose Starbucks' newest campaign of what they're trying to do to win back some of their customers because they're losing billions of dollars. Look at this. They're looking for somebody who wearing the hijab or head covering. They're looking for a man or a woman with multiple ethnicity appearances. Again, they said it again, looking for anyone who wears hijab or head covering. Like, how desperate can you be? When I tell you money is these people's language, this is all they care about. If they're losing billions of dollars, then they want to listen. They want to do things right. And this is not doing things right. This is desperation. Okay? And please, let me not see any Muslim with a hijab out here doing a Starbucks campaign because, sweetie, it's embarrassing. I know some of you are slow, but we are part of Starbucks. Please don't let them get you. And your face is all around campaigns everywhere because they're trying to show that they're not Islamophobic or racist. We are boycotting and we will stay boycotting because look at this. Like, most of the executive people in Starbucks and a lot of these companies, they're all white people. But they only care about black and brown people when they're in crisis. Look at the UN. Look at the representatives of America in the UN. They're all black and brown people because they're the villain. The public sees them as the villain, so they bring out black and brown people to show that, oh, we are not this. This is what they do all the time. But they will never put brown people in leadership positions, only when they're in a crisis mode. Please, hijabis all around the world, don't embarrass yourself and joining this campaign. Please don't. Don't embarrass yourself, okay?
They are looking for someone that wears a hijab or head covering.
Don't know if that's quite real or not, so don't quote me on this, but if Starbucks is looking for someone who wears a hijab in their next casting, they will not find that in a Muslim, because no Muslim in their right mind is going to do that. They're going to have to like Mia Khalifa the situation. They're going to have to find a rando who's Muslim passing or is like ethnically from a Muslim country and put a hijab on them, because they're not going to find one in a Muslim.
If I find out any one of you decides to sign up for that,
It's really not a happy holiday at Starbucks. Starbucks is facing boycotts over the Middle East war and unionization. Last weekend, Starbucks got a report that a New York store had been spray painted with pro-Palestinian graffiti. A few hours later, at a store 8 blocks away, a customer berated employees, accusing the brand of being anti-Israel. Now, it's been a tough few weeks for the world's largest coffee company at a time when it hoped to be spreading holiday cheer and peppermint motions. It's juggling boycotts over the war in the Middle East and a unionization effort at home. Now, Gabrielle Blake, a student at Kent State University in Ohio, said it's been tough to get her caffeine fix without stopping at one of the Starbucks stores on campus. But she's been boycotting the company since October, when it sued Workers United, the union organizing its employees, because the union had posted a pro-Palestinian message on social media. Starbucks wanted to stop the union from using its name and logo, saying the company had no official stance on the war and the union's post might confuse customers. But many boycotters like Blake thought Starbucks should offer more support to the people of Gaza. I understand on a corporate level why they wanted to mitigate that damage, but on the humanity level, it's horrible. She said, I personally try to consume and do things in a way that I'm not disregarding other people's pain when I'm purchasing something. In an open letter to employees Tuesday, Starbucks CEO described the vandalism of stores and escalating protests in the US and abroad. While I am grateful for so much, I'm concerned about the state of the world we live in. There are conflicts in many parts. It has unleashed violence against the innocent, hate and weaponized speech and lies, all of which we condemn, he wrote. Our stance is clear. We stand for humanity, but Blake said she would rather see Starbucks take measures like calling for a ceasefire or sending aid to the people of Gaza. She also thinks the company should drop its lawsuit. Everyone stands for humanity. What does that mean for you? She said. Starbucks won't yet say how its sales have been impacted. The company's next quarterly sales report won't come out until February, but there are indications Starbucks is taking a sales hit. In an early December report, JP Morgan analyst lowered his US sales forecast for Starbucks fiscal first quarter, saying holiday sales appear to be slower than promotions in the fall. Starbucks share price tumbled on the news. Meanwhile, videos posted on X show protests and empty stores in London, Australia, Dubai, and elsewhere. Starbucks has also been offering more deals than usual to draw customers, like half-price drinks on Thursdays. In some cases, like the Workers United lawsuit, Starbucks issues have been self-inflicted. The company refiled the lawsuit in November to add language saying it respected workers' right to express their views on the war in the Middle East and other political issues. It also emphasized that the lawsuit was about protecting workers' safety and Starbucks' reputation, but the damage was done. Now, other issues have cropped up because of misinformation on social media. Posts on X incorrectly accused the company of directly funding a G-side in Gaza. For example, Starbucks has no stores in Israel or Gaza. It's a swift reversal of fortune for Starbucks, which reported record sales in its latest quarter that ended October 1st. It celebrated the 20th anniversary of the pumpkin spice and said growth was accelerating in China. Even then, though tensions were simmering, US workers at more than 370 company-owned Starbucks stores have voted to unionize since late 2021, but the company and the union still haven't agreed to a contract at any of those stores. Now, on November 16, workers at several hundred US Starbucks stores walked off the job in protest. That hurt sales on what is usually one of the company's busiest days of the year. This month, the union is asking consumers not to buy Starbucks gift cards. Starbucks, which opposes the union effort, has also tried to shift the conversation on that issue. Earlier this month, the company announced it was committed to bargaining with its unionized workers and reaching labor agreements next year. Workers United say it also wants to sit down at the bargaining table, but it remains skeptical. We are hopeful that your letter is indeed the beginning of a sincere effort by Starbucks to work together for the benefit of partners and not publicity move in the face of pressure from partners, Wall Street, shareholders, and others. Workers United president wrote last week in a letter to Starbucks. Starbucks shares rose 1.2% to $97.72 per share Tuesday. They have fallen more than 8% since November 16. Now, Starbucks has lost $11 billion market value, even though they claim that it's not because of courts. Starbucks value is down billions of dollars. People online are calling for a boycott of Starbucks. The extent to which these two things are related, if they are at all, is not clear. Now, one thing is true here. The Seattle-based coffee company is not having a bang-up time heading into the end of the year. Its share price has seen a sharp decline since mid-November, falling by about 9%, meaning a decline of some $11 billion in its market cap. Starbucks stock is experiencing a historic losing streak influenced by a confluence of factors, and data collected by third parties suggests its foot traffic and sales may be falling short of Wall Street expectations. It's not necessarily that sales aren't growing, it's that they are not growing as much as investors thought. Now, just like we've heard, currently, Starbucks is shooting an ad and are looking for someone who wears a hijab. It's a response to a boycott after Starbucks sued their union for a Palestine statement. They lost about $12 billion and closed stores. Now, people are commenting to say they should respect the union and free Palestine. No one is going to fall for this identity politics. What do you, my viewers, have to say about this video? Share your comments down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.